Welcome back to Scotty Movies, everybody. Let's see. We're going to talk about a Christmas movie today. Um, there's all types of Christmas movies. It's a huge industry. Um, we're going to talk about a movie called Scrooged, which is a retelling of the Charles Dickens classic Christmas Carol. So um, here's the setup. Scrooged is a modern day retelling of A Christmas Carol. It stars Bill Murray as Frank Cross, who's a jaded, cruel TV executive who's more interested in ratings than relationships. On Christmas Eve, he is visited by three ghosts who try to knock some holiday spirit into him, sometimes literally, with mixed results. And it combines satire, dark comedy, genuine redemption in one weird, chaotic holiday package. So, um, this is a fascinating film experience because um, it's not a particularly positive one. But you can see the film that it tried to be underneath all of the exteriors and the arguing between star and director, which undoubtedly happened behind the scenes. Let's start with the good news, though. The ghosts in the movie are incredible. This is where the movie really comes alive, and literally and figuratively. David Johansen shows up as the ghost of Christmas Past, looking like a cab driving gremlin who wandered off Taxi Driver and into A Christmas Story. He is loud, unhinged, honestly a blast. As he takes him through Frank Cross's childhood and early relationship with Claire, and some of the early decisions he made, taking business over relationships. He is a blast to watch. He is so funny, um, and you love every second that you get to spend with him. Then Carol Kane swoops in as the ghost of Christmas present, and she is full on chaotic. She giggles while slapping Bill Murray up and down, sideways, backwards, and forwards, and hitting him with the toaster. Uh, and it works. It's just hilarious to watch her beat the crap out of Bill Murray in a good natured romp. She shows him what's going on right then in other places. His assistant and her son, who's mute, his brother and his family playing games on Christmas Eve. Uh, and so her energy is so bonkers. It's a delight to watch. It gives the movie a much needed jolt of life every time that she's on screen. These scenes with the two ghosts are bold, they're weird, they're actually funny. And for a few moments, Scrooge feels like the edgy kind of gonzo type Christmas movie that it wants to be. The Ghost of Christmas Future, like the original story, does not have a speaking part, and you can't really see his face. He's very scary, and so it works in that way. Okay, time to get to the bad, and there's plenty of it, unfortunately. Frank Cross, the main character, he's rough. I mean, Scrooge is supposed to be a jerk, right? At the beginning of the movie, he's cold, selfish, emotionally unavailable. Bill Murray's Frank is on a entirely different level. The dude isn't just mean, he's toxic. He's like fire on someone on Christmas Eve kind of toxic. He mock a grieving widow on television toxic. And worst of all, Bill Murray's performance doesn't give us any sense of any kind of um, rehabilitation or remorse under the surface or redemption of any sort. There's no warmth hiding under the sarcasm. It's just he's unpleasant. That's a problem because you've got to spend 90 minutes watching someone get their soul reassembled in this movie. You have to believe that he has a soul to begin with, and there's not much evidence of that. There's a in the ending, Bill Murray launches into this big emotional fourth wall breaking speech about love and generosity and finding the true meaning of Christmas. It should be moving. It's not. It feels more like improv therapy than redemption. There's no apology to anyone. There's no real arc. It's just like he got scared straight by the ghost and decides to put on a holiday special about himself, which is, supposed to be anti what Scrooge was. He turned into a loving, caring, compassionate soul, who's less selfish and less all these things that he was in the beginning. That's what Christmas Carol is supposed to show, a man who has changed. And you don't see that from Bill Murray's character. You don't see it at all. You see a guy that is just unpleasant. He's still selfish. It's still all about himself at the end. He's just a guy that is relieved he didn't die on live TV, not someone who actually gets it. Part of the problem is that Scrooge can't figure out what it wants to be. One moment it's really pitch black satire, the next has slapstick comedy. Suddenly we're in a sentimental Hallmark special. None of it gels together. You can feel the push and pull between Bill Murray's love of improv comedy and gross out comedy in some cases, his cynical energy there, and Richard Donner, who's the director, his Hollywood polish, his desire to make the story what he wanted it to be, and Bill Murray wouldn't budge. It's like the movie is constantly yanking itself in opposite directions, never settling on a clear emotional target. We get Karen Allen as Claire. She's sweet, patient, entirely too forgiving. She's the emotional heart of the movie, uh, and that's okay. I think it's interesting to give the heart of the movie to someone who's kind of outside of Scrooge, who's this perfect, innocent, compassionate person. But she deserves better. Her chemistry with Murray in the flashbacks is legit. You see the love that they once had, but by the time the credits roll, you're left asking, why would she ever take this guy back? Frank hasn't earned her forgiveness. He hasn't even asked for it. I mean, he just declares that he's changed, and boom, cue the romantic reunion. It feels unearned. It feels rushed. It feels kind of unfair to her character. There should have been a little bit more character there, and you don't feel that he deserves her. Um, it's really just, again, fascinating in a very train wreck kind of way to watch this film, because you hope to see some kind of redemption in Scrooge's character, and you just don't get it. And the way that he treats people, the way that he treats animals in some cases in the movie, and the way that he treats all the people around him and the people that are supposedly closest to him, you never sense a change until he's faced with a shotgun at the end by the employee that he fired, um, played by Bobcat Goldthwait, by the way. Um, and the ghosts kind of scare him into everything. He doesn't actually change. You think if this movie would continue on another half hour, you'd get a guy that is only changed on the surface. Uh, he's not really a different person underneath everything, and it would come out again and again and again. That relationship with Claire is not surviving. You just don't feel that he's changed. Scrooged is a fascinating mess, wrapping this movie up. It's got great ideas. It's got a pretty cool concept, some truly inspired performances, especially from the ghosts, and a unique spin on a classic story. But it's also disjointed. It's mean spirited. It's unpleasant. It's emotionally hollow when it matters most. You can practically feel the movie that it could have been underneath all the chaos. A sharper satire, a deeper emotional journey, a lead performance with more layers than just snark and scowls. Instead, we're left with a holiday movie that's more haunted than heartwarming. So, what grade am I giving this disaster of a movie? I'm going to give it a C minus. It's not a total disaster. There is enough wild comedy here, enough weird charm to keep it watchable. But as a Christmas redemption story, it drops the ball hard. It's maybe worth a watch for Carol Kane and David Johansen as the ghosts alone, but don't really expect it to fill you with holiday cheer. So, have you seen Scrooge? Do you agree with me? Did it jingle your bells? Or did it make you want to ghost your TV? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think about Scrooge. Is it one of your favorite Christmas movies, or did you agree with me that it was a complete mess? Uh, and hit the notification bell. Let me know what movies I should review. Let me know what you agree with, what you don't. Engage with me. Thanks, everyone, and see you next time.